Great day, Attractive Thinker. Dr. Toni Hatton here, your vision and mindset expert at theattractivethinker.guru. This is where we support you with reprogramming your mind, redesigning your life, and reinventing yourself through mental tools. We have to do those mental tools. We have to start with the mind first, because that's where all the magic happens. That's where all the decisions are made, all of the fears are dispelled, and all the beliefs are created. And that's how we move forward, because that mind is really driving our lives subtly, silently, subconsciously, making decisions for us. You consciously want to move forward, and you feel this, silent little subtle pull, pulling you back to where you came from, or keeping you right where you are. I want you to think about this for a moment. Anything that you can do, you can definitely do it better. Just the thought of that. Let that be your Attractive Thinker affirmation today. Anything I can do it better. Because if you can do it, meaning you have the potential to do it, that means you can go further, Attractive Thinker. You have no idea what your limits really are, or how far you can really go if you don't push yourself. If you can do it, for example, let's take lifting something. If you can lift a chair, for example, you can do it better. You can lift something maybe heavier than that. If you can accomplish this particular goal, for example, maybe you can accomplish more than that. Anything that you can do, you definitely can do that better. I want you to think about that, meaning there's more potential, there's more opportunity, there's more greatness in you, there's more capacity. You have the mental capacity for more. If you're thinking, if you woke up today and you're thinking, and you maneuvered your day, and you're getting through your day, if you can do that, you can do it better. Think about that. If you had to multitask and wheel and deal, and you were stressed out a little bit, and everything was coming at you all at once, and you survived that, if you can do that, you can do it better. Think about that, Attractive Thinker. If you had to go to school and raise children, and get your car fixed, and go to the doctors and get your doctor's visit, and break up fights with your kids, and get to the market and save money and all of that, if you can do that, you can do it better. There's more in you. That's what this message is all about today. Thank you for joining me. Great day, Attractive Thinker Yolanda. It's good to see you here. You can definitely do it better. Whatever you're doing, think about this. Wherever you are right now when you're listening to this message, whatever you've done today up until this point, you can do it better. Why not? Why let today go by with wasted potential, not using everything that you have to be better, to be bigger, to be greater? Think about that, Attractive Thinker. Think about that. Whatever you can do, if you can multitask, if you can pass your test, and you can help your kids pass their tests, and you can keep up with your to-do list and be there for everybody and for yourself, if you can do that, you can do it better. Think about that. How much more could you create, produce? How much further could you go? How much greater could you be? I remember watching, my kids are really into superheroes, and I remember watching a superhero movie with them. I believe it was Superman, and he was just learning how to use his gifts and his potential, and how far he could really go with this gift, and how much he could really use this power that he had, right? An unlimited force, unlimited power. And he started going around, like flying around this, it was like a dip, a valley or something, and he started flying around that particular circle. He was going faster and faster and faster and faster, and he heard his father's voice. He said, if you really want to know how far you can go, you're going to have to keep testing your limits. Think about that. Keep pushing your limits. Whatever appears to be a limit, push it. Because if you can do that, you can do it better. If you can get this far in your life, Attractive Thinker, you can go further. Isn't that a fantastic and amazing thought? Think about that. If I could overcome what I've overcome and go through what I've been through and come out looking like I look, feeling like I look, with the dreams and the visions and the goals that I have currently, I can do better. I can go further. I can have more. Wait a minute. I did all of that for somebody else. You mean if I could do that for them, I could do that for me? If you can do anything, you can do it better. Attractive thinker Yolanda says, sometimes we forget how much more we have inside of us. We often do things and look back and later realize our potential. That is so true. The potential just lies dormant. We just waste it on the ground. Because you heard said once before, hindsight is 20/20, right? But I don't want to just look back over my life and see all of the blessings that I left on the table and all of the potential that I had and didn't use because of fear or I gave up. I don't want to do this, so I try to. Let me share something with you. We have 4 children, and when they were little, it was diaper bags and strollers and pacifiers and bottles. And when we went to an event, it was always something. They had radios. And then as they got older, they started having headphones and cell phones. And even now that they're grown, when we go out as a family, one of the things I've always adopted this behavior, and Yolanda, I know you can attest to this because we used to do this a lot. When the family gets up and get ready to move, like if we're leaving the movie theater or we're leaving the event, turn around and look back. Think about that, because somebody's going to leave something on the ground. If it's a cell phone, a watch, a ring, a candy bar, a pair of eyeglasses, an ink pen, somebody's going to leave something on the ground. And that's what attractive thinker Yolanda is talking about. We turn around in our lives. When we get to a certain point in our life and we look back and say, God dang it, I left all of that potential on the ground. I could have went further. I could have picked that up and used that and flipped it a certain way and created something else out of it and used it to further my life and the lives of others. Attractive thinker Yolanda says, doing for others is all we once did. Toni, we have talked about this very thing when we get together. Yes. So think about that. The key here is, if it's in me to give so much to everybody else, it's in me to do it for myself. I talk to so many attractive thinkers, but I don't have the time, or I would come to the event, but I gotta do this and that and the other, or I'm tired, or I gotta work, or I gotta go to the prayer service, or I gotta do the prayer breakfast, or I gotta unlock this and do that and go here and head this meeting and spearhead that. We're doing it for everybody else, but you really want to come. I hear people say to me sometimes, I really wanted to come to your tasting party, but. So where do we begin to honor ourselves? Where do we begin to put ourselves first and turn all of that energy, all of that power, and all of that superhero potential onto ourselves? I wonder, attractive thinker Yolanda, how far we could go if we gave our power back to ourselves. I wonder who we could really become. We probably would be unrecognizable. I wouldn't look the same. You wouldn't look the same. Think about that. We probably wouldn't dress the same, talk the same, go to the same events, do the same things, accomplish the same goals, because we recognize that potential, and we've decided that we're not going to leave any potential behind. No potential left behind. Post that in the comments section. Attractive thinker, no potential left behind. Thank you so much for sharing that, attractive thinker Yolanda, because it is so true. Yes, attractive thinker Yolanda says, my twins always left something. It's true, and we don't mean to, just like the potential. We don't mean to leave our potential on the ground, but we have blocks, we have fears, we have insecurities. We're unconsciously doing things. We're not conscious. We get up and we leave and go to the next thing and don't really maximize the last thing we were working on. Don't really give it our all. Procrastinating and dragging, no sense of urgency. I'll get to it tomorrow, or that's all I want to do with that today. Think about that, attractive thinker, because if you can do it, you can do it better. I encourage you, I inspire you, I motivate you to do whatever you're doing today, do it better. Because just by you being, see, all of this goes back to you having faith and trust in your being and in your presence. I remember, and you celebrated with me, and thank you so much. This past birthday, I celebrated my 50th birthday in May. And I took myself out to dinner. Of course, I had, my family and my friends. They did all kinds of wonderful things for me, and I thank you so much for that. But I wanted to do something for me. I remember my daughter asking me, "Where are you going?" And I was all dressed up and everything. I said, "I'm taking myself out to dinner." She was like, "Why are you doing that?" I said, "Because I want to do that for me. This is something that I want to do for me. It's a special day. I know, you guys have so many things planned for me, and I have all of this greatness anticipated. But I want to give myself a gift as well." And you know what I did? I got dressed, and I felt fantastic and amazing, and I was excited. I made reservations, and I took myself out to dinner with no expectation. For once in my life, because I always had expectation. I said, I want this to happen, I want that to happen, I want to meet this person, I want to do that. But I said, I'm not going to have any expectation. The only expectation I'm going to have is anticipating what will come to me just by me being me. Think about that. And that's what I want to share with you. If you can do anything, you can do it better just by being fully yourself, giving fully your all, putting your energy really into it. Attractive thinker Yolanda said, "It's time for me." Yes, our kids will be good. Yes, they are. They already are. Setting up a strong foundation and leaving behind a legacy. Absolutely. Our children already are good. We poured into them, and we'll continue. We're not leaving them. But we realize now that we've nurtured them up on their feet. See, they're not crawling and wobbling, falling over. They got some foundation now. They got some strength and some wisdom. We've done our job in that area. We're going to constantly be there for them. But the best way that we can be the best for them at this stage in our lives is being the best we can be for ourselves. They have to see us do our thing. They be like, "Oh my God, what is my mother doing?" They have to see, "Oh, what is my father doing?" They have to see us being ourselves, being our best selves, doing it better, doing it greater. Because we've been blessed with health, we've been blessed with beauty, we've been blessed with the breath in our lungs, we've been blessed with energy. A body that moves without aches and pains. That is a blessing. Use that potential. You may have woken up today, you may have awakened today and didn't have, too much anticipation going on, or maybe you looked at today as it was last Monday or yesterday, or, not really expecting anything. But you woke up fully loaded. If you got up today and you got yourself out of the bed, you got yourself dressed, and you proceeded on your day, you're fully loaded. And like Yolanda said, don't leave that potential on the ground. If you're breathing, that's potential. If you have energy, that's potential. Even if you have low energy, energy means you're able to get up and do something. Use that potential. Do you know, attractive thinker, when you start something? When you begin to move, you get yourself in motion, you start other things, you start getting excited about other things, just like exercising for a moment. I was working out today because I'm running my Get a Hot Body Before It Gets Hot 30-day transformation. We started in May and we're making progress, so we just continue. Every 30 days we just continue, right? Because all it takes is a few days, a few weeks, 30 days to make a real big difference in your life and for your body to jump back into position and begin to heal itself. So let's look at exercising for a moment. You may not feel like, I don't feel like exercising every morning, but I exercise. And guess what? When I start, it's on now. That sweat start, you be like, yeah, I can do this. Your 15-minute goal is over, or your 30-minute goal, and sometimes I go for an entire hour doing a multitude of things to work out and cardio and all that. Once it's up, you be like, I can still go even further. Have you ever experienced that? You're at the end of your exercise routine and you still feel like you can continue to go. When you started, you didn't even feel like taking the first step. That's that potential kicking in. And we all have it, but you gotta tap into it. You gotta ignite it and start your own fire, attractive thinker. And once you get started, watch out, because you don't know how far you're gonna go. You don't know how big you're gonna grow. You don't know how much more greater you can become. So I just wanted to stop by, just encourage you a little bit. Because anything that you can do it better. Think about that. Dr. Toni Hatton here, your vision and mindset expert at the Attractive Thinker Guru. This is where we support you with reprogramming your mind, redesigning your life, and reinventing yourself. You hear me say this all of the time. My life's work, that's to make your life better. Remember, it is not what you're going through. It's how you're viewing it. Think attractively. Attractive Thinker Yolanda says, girl, you're on fire. Yes, you got to stay on fire. Because this mental battle every single day is real. You hear people say the struggle is real. The mental struggle is real. And you have to stay on fire if you want to survive, if you want to accomplish something. Not just survive, but you want to thrive in life. If you're going to be given a life and you're going to live it, you want to max it out. Max it out. Meaning no matter what level you get to. So stop focusing on the goal. As soon as I reach this goal, I'm going to do this. As soon as I move, I'm going to do this. As soon as I get this bill paid, I'm going to do this. As soon as I get my car, I'm going to do this. As soon as I have this baby, I'm going to do this. As soon as I get married, I'm going to do this. Guess what? As soon as you do that, there's going to be more. There's going to be more goals for you to accomplish. So don't let that be the end all. Your life is a continuous flow. Just get into the flow of it and start living, feeling fully alive and embracing life in it more abundantly. Hang in there with me, Attractive Thinker. Post in the comment section below. I would love to hear your feedback and what you received from our topic today. Dr. Toni Hatton here. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for stopping by, Attractive Thinker Yolanda. Excuses are, y'all know the rest. Absolutely. She said, got me in the office about to shout. Yes, that's what this is all about. That's exactly why I stopped by, because my assignment is to empower you, to keep your mind propped up, to keep you mentally strong. Ain't got no time for quitting. Ain't got no time for feeling depressed. That's a waste of time. And I know we all go through it because, see, there are different levels of depression and heaviness and sadness. But as attractive thinkers, we have tools in place. We have mental tools that allow us not to go so far into the heaviness, into the sadness, into the discouragement and the frustration and the hopelessness. Because I tell my kids this all of the time, keep your mind strong, because there is a place of no return. Your mind is precious and it's valuable. Keep your fire lit and keep people around you that keep your fire lit. That's important, because your mind is powerful. It's driving your entire life. Stay on fire, Attractive Thinker Yolanda. I'll see you soon.